Play. How leaves the light home. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of GTNH 228. A little bit of a different starting area that I usually am. I usually start the areas like way out here, right? Now, I was just making sure that our base is fully functional. So it turns out it's not. At least a couple hours ago when I checked the base again, we ran out of liquid air. And with how the Nakoda reactor works, large Nakoda reactor, somewhere here it says that without liquid air, it will void the fuel. So not very good. So what I'm actually going to do to prevent that is actually increase this signal over here in case something ever happens. So right now it's at fluid threshold of 1, so if it's ever below that, then it causes problems, right? But I'm going to change this to like 10,000. Because it happened where we had like 1,000 left in here or something like that. And this is because one of the pumps stopped working because we had that power outage yesterday. And because we didn't have any of the air in here, and it was a little bit over the fluid threshold, it didn't trigger the reactor to stop working. So I think we lost a little bit of fuel. But I fixed it. I got the pump working again. We have liquid air now, so we should be good. But it's definitely something that I have to address, because if I want, I am planning for the 100% power production, and liquid air is going to be one of them, one of the solutions. But it looks like our base is running pretty good. Other than that, we have a lot of based fuel. I'm going to call it base fuel because it's just funny to me. Another thing that I did off camera was set up the cyclotron over here. I didn't want to show this on camera because it's just a lot more gambling, right? Trying to get these quantum anomalies. So I replaced this with a stocking input hatch because we had a regular input hatch before this. And we pretty much just let it run for a while. And then I would check in every now and then for process, right? So I switched some things, and we actually have not one, but 2 quantum anomalies. Yes, there's one right there, but that's also because I crafted the containment casings, which is one of the requirements for the matter fabrication CPU. And I'm going to really want to start this. This is going to be the first thing I start off with this episode, because we need a lot of UU matter. And if I check how much UU matter we have, 67,000, that's not a lot, especially when things like, the coils themselves need 1.4 million. That's a lot. And we're only producing it right here. We only have 60 plus basically 80,000. That's pretty much nothing. So first thing we need to set up today is matter fabrication. And then once we have a better supply of, should have everything else right. I crafted that and I crafted that. Yeah. So the controller's pretty much ready to go. But after we get a better source of UU matter, we're going to start making progress on the field restriction coils. This might be something we can craft in a day. Not sure. I guess we'll see. Another potential opportunity for us to work on, or another something to work on, is the component ass line. We need this guy. And what do you know? It's also a lack of UU matter. We could probably craft this, actually. This might be the better option to start off with, because a lot of our machines are consuming a lot of these components. And if we craft the component ass line, it's going to really save us a lot of resources down the road. So that might be something I should work on as well. I'll keep it bookmarked, and then we'll make a decision in a little bit. So where is this guy going to go? This is a 5x5 machine. And I guess we're going to continue with the trend of putting all the new stuff back here. Now, how am I going to power it? That is a good question. I said I was going to put it here, but I didn't realize it's a 5x5 machine. I can't fit it there. There's only space for a 3x3. Unless I break machines down. Nah, I don't want to do that. It's probably just going to end up being back here, honestly. Let's do this. Right there. But aside from that, it looks like we have some things that are... I didn't really craft a lot of things in bulk. Let me check on the seaweed broth, because we did run out of power. And it might have shut down our stuff here. That's probably what happened. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what? I fixed it and then I... Oh, no, it did finish. Never mind. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and build it, and then we'll figure out all the power stuff as we do this. But yeah, like is the major step in this mod pack right now is we need power. And not just, you know, what I have going on right now. I need to fully automate it too. And it'll be the next thing we do, trying to get away from level maintaining. If I try to craft an aquadog fuel. Oh, we're missing ether. So this should be something that is... you know what? I might have to check some of the machines here. Let me check on the distillation tower. You might have ran out of fuel somewhere. I don't know why you're not starting. Where's the distillation tower? It's over here, I think. I'm getting lost in my own machines. It's over here. That's... come on. Yeah. You want to know what I'm betting happened? Yeah, you probably ran out of power somewhere, and it just wasn't able to do any of the stuff, and either it voided or it just didn't have enough power. I don't know what happened. I'm probably just gonna set up a recipe for the ether since we're still relying on some level maintaining. Yeah, let's do it. It's not that bad. Sulfuric acid and ethanol, which we have recipes for. Right? Yeah. And this is in the chemical reactor, circuit 2. Right there. There we go. A temporary solution until we get the full automation of the fuel going. It's going to be a big project also. But the good thing about this is that it doesn't look like it needs the Mark II fuel. And we're going to be aiming for this recipe, the one with the chromatic glass, because we get more yield. And more yield is great. Oh, you know what this means, right? Well, hang on. Why would I use neutronium if I can... I'm a little confused here. Americium and quadri. I can make neutronium here, but wrapped uranium ingot. I don't know. I'm just looking through the recipes here, but I'll come back to them whenever it's time. Let's get this guy going. So you are going to need a maintenance hatch. I did prepare, I think, like 2, just 1, because having a little trouble making these because we keep running out of UU matter, but I'm trying to make it where every single machine I place down has an auto-taping maintenance hatch. It has to happen because maintenance has been an issue. It really shouldn't be, but it has been. So getting those auto-tapings is going to be a good thing. So, looks like I can put this anywhere, so you're going to be up here. And is it worth it to make another one? What I'm thinking about. Maybe? We can have one for recycle. And then one for amplifying so you get even more. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's well, how expensive is one? You're super cheap. What the heck? Let's just do it. I think we have enough of the containment glass already, don't we? No, I don't actually. Hang on. I might have to craft another batch. We only need 24. Can I craft another batch? We're only missing very little. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. Let's just try to make another one. It'll be a good idea. So I just need a little bit of UU matters. This is probably enough. Whatever's been producing in here, I think. I need more of these containment ones. Missing 142. Is there something here that I'm not using that I can recycle? Let's look for another comb. Speed this up. So one really good option to use is probably like iron, or not iron. Redstone. Have you seen the amount of redstone that I have? This is probably more than I need. We're getting even more over time. So I could probably sacrifice or recycle a lot of this. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing whenever I get this going. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll have 2 of these guys. So that they're wall shared, and one can be used to recycle and the other one can be used to fabricate the UU matter. I don't think I really care about like creating. I don't think you can replicate, right? You can't replicate? No. Yeah, okay. So we have 2 of them. You'll be right there. Might as well. And I'm also being a little bit less shy about like how do I say it? Moving or like wall sharing. There it is. I've always said that I'm gonna not wall share, but it's becoming apparent that I do need to. For example, our biblically accurate centrifuge over here. There's 8 of them. I actually don't think I need this anymore. So if I need more maintenance hatches, I'm gonna steal it from these guys. Okay, let's check on our UU matter. I just need a little bit. I might as well try to craft the stuff though. Go for it. We just need a little bit more of this UU matter stuff. And I'm also gonna need those guys and those guys. Matter fabrication, whatever's. Not expensive at all. And you. 9. Not expensive at all. Okay, we should be good. So what kind of power can I give them? I'm honestly thinking we'll give them a 64 amp ZPM energy hatch. Just for now, and we'll see how good it is. Each of them are going to have this much power. And that shouldn't be too expensive, right? No. Okay. And because I want you to share the maintenance hatch, you're going to be right. Actually, I could probably just put you right here. This is the shared wall, right? Put you right there. Okay, and then you're going to need like a stocking bus, a stocking hatch, and then basically all 4 output bus. I don't think I wanted, well, no. Don't use unlimited stock because we don't want this running forever. I mean, we probably do, but that's going to be a lot of power. So we'll do this in the group of 4. The usual suspects, right? 3, 4. And input, output, and output. And then we're crafting this. Okay. Now, for me to actually give that much power, 64 amps of ZPM is 4 amps of UHV, right? Yeah, divide by 16. So 4 amps. So I would need 8 amps of UHV. And we're only able to supply 16. So that's going to be half of what this guy is supporting. If you think about it, how much amperage are we supporting here? There's just the ZPM machines, right? These are UV, but we're not really using these. Even then, this is only 2 amps. I think we're fine if we just branch off of here. So yeah, I'll do that. Let's get my cables. And we are crafting the fuel, right? Yes, that's good. So if I use a screwdriver on you... Wait, what do you mean? Do you need a muffler also? You need a muffler for whatever reason. Okay. So you're going to share a muffler. Nah. Yeah, we'll give him separate mufflers so that the we can save on the other casings because they can be a little expensive. Just gotta wait a little bit for this stuff to craft. Okay. Are you built? You're built. So if I use a screwdriver and change its mode, what kind of modes do I have? Recycler. Matter / amplifabricator. We want this one. Fluorine. That's good. That's good. That's good. You're not running? You're not running because I'm not using you right now. Same thing for the this guy. I'm not really using this guy. Yeah, fluorine's a liquid. It's Snippety. How long have you been here? And have you just been waiting for something to pop up? It's not necessarily a liquid. I think the mod pack just attaches both liquid and gases to the same thing. So gases, plasma, and liquids are just they're all considered fluids in this mod pack. But it does say there it's a gas. It literally says gas. Sniffity, relax. But it says liquid amount. I don't know. It's called. I don't really know. I didn't make the mod pack. I don't make the rules. I just work here. Hello, you too, Sniffity. How you doing? Apparently not good if this is triggering you. What are you talking about? You need 7,900. No, you don't. You did not need that much. Oh, you know what? I think I crafted something else and it caused an issue. That's fine. The energy hatches should be ready. Samarium is in the pack, yeah. Samarium is extremely useful in LUV tier. You turn this into things like, I think, polarized rods, and you make that in the AST line. This pretty much is like the basis of all ZPM and LUV parts. Samarium. Why is that one of your favorite elements? It's I wouldn't understand. I don't know. We might have a little bit of trouble trying to get enough UU matter for this, but we'll wait a little bit. Okay. So we have the energy hatches ready. Yeah, these guys are going to be separate though. Oh, excuse me. So this machine will have its own. Wait. Do you even? Yes, you do. You support it. Because you're a GT++ machine, right? I don't know if you are. Some machines don't like the multi-amp patches, but it looks like this one does like it. That is good for us. I'm going to hold this until I can build the second one. I might as well get this guy set up. Yeah. We'll get this set up for just a little bit more UU matter that we're going to need. How many channels do I have here? 21. You have enough. There's this Olteo appointment in Samara. I don't understand. I'm uncultured. We want this transformer. And we want this guy. Like to be alone. Yeah, we'll set up this first matter fabricator to get more UU matter, and then we use that UU matter to make another fabricator, but this one is going to recycle. And we'll probably just recycle things like redstone, honestly, because there's got so much of this stuff. The crushed ore is kind of polluting our system too, because I don't think this is going anywhere. So I'll probably just do that, switch it on for a little bit, and then we'll see how it works. Samara is a city in Russia. Oh. You know, Sniffity, I gotta say, it's so cool that you know things like this. Basically, the tale goes, a merchant in Baghdad goes to the marketplace and sees Death staring at him with a surprised look on his face. You better cause me a jump scare. 64 amps of CPM. 4 amps of UHV into 16 amps of UHV. And then 16 amps of UHV to 64 amps of ZPM. Yes. The merchant gets terrified and runs throughout the whole day and reaches Samara at night. And Death is there waiting for him. The merchant gives up, tells Death, okay, I'll come with you if you answer one question for me. Why were you surprised when you saw me in the morning? Ooh. I was surprised because I had an appointment with you tonight in Samara. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace, merchant. Is that am I understanding that? He's like, wait, like how come this guy's in Baghdad when he's supposed to be dead in Samara? And the dude just showed up. He ran all the way over there. That's funny. You know what, Sniffity? For some reason, you're reminding me of my high school chemistry teacher. Because he was a real big, like, I don't want to say nerd. That sounds a little off-putting, but he's a very big, like, chemistry enjoyer, right? Like he really loves the stuff. And part of the lessons that we were taught, he would actually give us like little, I forgot what he called them, but they were like little, I guess not stories, but like biographies, I think. Basically, they talked about really important scientists throughout the years, right? I remember the first one was about Mendeleev. I think it was Mendeleev. It's been so long since high school, so I don't really remember. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that you're reminding me of him because he had a lot of stories about like chemistry, and it seems like chemistry is based on a lot of stories. It's really interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say something about the Mendeleev story, but take it with a grain of salt because it's been like 13 years since I last read it, so I don't remember. But I think it had something to do with Mendeleev and oranges. Mendeleev and oranges. Am I right? If you know who that is, and if he has anything to do with oranges. That's as far as I can say about it. It's kind of philosophical too, the futility of running away from death. It's true. It's true. Okay, okay. I want to see this run for a little bit. Actually, before I do that, let me get a 4096 fluid cell. Now, of course, you need some UU matter. Mendeleev was the guy who came up with the periodic table. That's why he was the first story he talked about. Okay, okay, I got you. I forgot what scientist it was, but there was someone involving oranges. I can't remember though. I'm gonna cancel this recipe because I need the UU matter for this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so if I give this, hang on, how do I make UU matter out of this thing? If I give it circuit 1, then it'll just produce. If I give it circuit that, it looks like circuit 3 is just more parallels. So if I tell you circuit 3, recipe needs more power to start. What are you talking about? You have power. Do you not have power, actually? I was reading a book on the elements. Hello, Frankie. It's just, this stuff is really interesting. I would never pretend that I actually understand any of it, but it's still interesting. This guy has power. Why are you not getting power? Step down, output CPM. It has power. Oh, you know what? It might not like. It's 52,000. It might not like multi-amp patches. Each chapter has a title of an element. Primo Levi sounds like the biggest nerd. And I mean that with like complete compliment. That's so cool. Okay, I think we learned something here if anyone else is at this point. It doesn't look like it likes the multi-amp patches, even though the multi-block still builds. Because it says it doesn't have enough power. So that's telling me it doesn't recognize this. Meaning you're getting a UHV energy hatch. I'm going to need 2 of them. Aluminum used to be worth its weight in gold till they discovered a better process in MV. Are you talking about GTNH? Because I honestly can't tell. I mean, so you're saying GTNH has like real life applications where aluminum just becomes easy. You could just get it out of clay at some point. That's great. Okay, we do have the 4096 whatever. I'm gonna filter this thing. Aluminum dishes, for instance, used to be a luxury item. This reminds me about the wait, is there no UU matter cell? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, aluminum foil. I got like a whole roll of it in my cupboard or my drawer. I actually never know the right word to use. But this reminds me of the ice cream and lobster fiasco. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but back then lobster used to be like for the peasants, and then somewhere down the road it became a rich commodity. That's what it reminds me of. I'm gonna filter the fluids with a sticky card right here, and then give you this guy. So now we have a spot for UU matter. So I'm understanding here that this probably isn't going to work. Our stocking input bus and the recycler thing, because unless we have this, well, actually, no, you should work. I don't think the recycler cares. Like if I try to make UU amplifier, oh, it does care. No, I can probably just give this in the controller. It's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, I can give different circuits in the controller. But I'll keep it 3 for now, just to debug. We're still waiting on this guy. Oh, no, you gotta make neutronia. Man, neutronium's so expensive, and you're so slow. 60 seconds. It is for 16 circuits, though, so I can't complain. Okay, but this is pretty much confirmed. I'm going to be destroying you, and you. Useless. Bye. I mean, you're not useless. You're very useful. It's just not useful for me at the moment. So confirmed it doesn't like multi-amp patches. And I'll just go ahead and give them UHV power, and we'll just see how strong it is. It's already going to be a direct upgrade to what we have now. If I try to craft the containment, you're still missing a little bit UU matter, so I'm going to craft you as much as you can continue. As much as you can. And this little setup we have here is going to get discontinued. I don't know the right word for it, but because he's pretty slow. We need the UU matter. And chances are I'm probably going to connect this to the streamer switch is what I call it, so that it doesn't run when we are producing power, because I don't want our base to shut down. Oh no, why do I have 100 million acidic osmium solution just hanging out here? See, this is why you should really passive your plat line, because yeah, you have this happening. It's a lot. Future problem for future burning, right? Yeah. How are my energy hatches going? Hurry up. Oh, it's neutronium. Neutronium's being slow again, aren't you? Actually, are you crafting? No, you finished. It's you. You're the slow guy. Oh no, it's just not running. You know, I didn't realize we actually cooked neutronium that fast. 20 seconds for 16 ingots is not bad at all. But we are also giving this guy 100 million. You particular. That's funny. Until then I will dream of better days. Still living in the sorrow. I'm learning from mistakes. I drink. And going back to that discussion of things used to be expensive and they're not. Ice cream. Ice cream was one of those things also. But ice cream kind of makes sense because, it also makes sense because I don't think there really was a good way to cool things down back then. Lack of refrigeration and whatnot. And then now it's just something you can get like pretty much anywhere. It's really cool. Spices too. Yeah. Crafting one BioWare supercomputer. That's you right over here, right? 50 seconds. I gotta speed up my machines. You're slow. People going to work because they want to taste your food. Totally understandable. I wonder who's the first person like who discovered salt. Something as simple as salt. It's not just a spice, but it's like a preservative also, right? The thing must have like that definitely changed the world. Something as simple as salt. It's so cool. Then I would dream of better days. Probably some cavemen, right? Okay, something is stuck somewhere. It's you. I'm gonna cancel this recipe because I want my energy hatches to finish first. Imagine him eating something next to an ocean. Suddenly, a huge wave comes around, soaks him. Angry caveman. Did cavemen really exist? I always thought that was like a TV trope. That sounds extremely like uneducated to say that. Sorry, but what I mean is like how we picture cavemen. Did that exist? Like actually people living in caves? Or that's just what we I always just assume this is a TV trope. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I honestly don't know where I'm going with this. Never mind. Next topic. Picture Ark, right? Yeah. Whenever I hear caveman, I always picture Ark. One of those beach bobs and like a full beard of hair and tons of hair everywhere. That's what I imagine. And sure, you can live in a cave, but there's not many of those around. But we still call them cavemen, right? Yeah, okay, you got a point. Yeah, just another example of why component ASLine would be an absolute monster of an upgrade. Like, this doesn't even seem that bad. It's, takes forever time-wise, but yeah, this isn't even that bad. Never mind, that's pretty atrocious. It's a lot of Hey Sniffity, how mad does this make you? Molten samarium. Honest question. Yeah, I get you. Okay, we got one energy hatch. That's all I wanted for right now. We can get the other one in a little bit. Okay. So this guy's going to go right there. They used to make ruthenium platline mixtures to make high quality pens. Confirmed, platline real. Oops. The plant line is real. Okay, this is UHV power, right? Yeah, so you should not be exploding. It would be unfortunate if you did. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of you matter. But sir, you're slow as heck. I don't want to wait that long for 3. So you're saying I should pump you with more power? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm not going to do that right now, but yeah, it might still be a good idea to plug this into the streamer switch. But we're absolutely going to want this guy. So I'm going to craft those containment casings. Ignore missing stuff. Go ahead and craft it. And we're waiting for UU matter, but we're actually producing this now. But this sounds like it's already better than what we have now. I'm gonna sound like a grumpy old man right now. There's this dog that's been barking somewhere in the apartment complex for like the past 5 hours since I got back home from my walk. Please control that dog. And I hear it. I don't think you guys can hear it, but it's just like barking. I love dogs, but not when it's barking nonstop, please. It looks like circuit 1 and circuit 3 recipes are the exact same, I think. Yeah, it's just that circuit 3, it does more base power. I don't know why they do this if it means the same thing. Probably something to do with the overclocking. I don't know. I also saw a video where someone went to where they actually make and refine the platinum group metals. You know, it's just crazy. How the heck do people figure that out? Oh yeah, just throw a bunch of stuff together and we make super rare metals. Hell yeah. Like, how do you do that? That's crazy. That's crazy impressive if you ask me. That's why it's worth millions, right? So you're slow as heck. Periodic videos. I haven't heard of them. Is the reactor on? The reactor's on. Okay. So even though we have the matter fabrication, whatever, it's still a waiting game, kind of. But that is a lot of UU matter. Yeah, I've decided to just let's make another 4096 fluid storage cell. Let's do that. I'm also gonna have a storage for for whatever. What's it called again? UU amplifier? Yeah, this stuff. I'm also gonna put it in a 4096 cell and just store a inappropriate amount of this stuff. Right there. I don't know why I keep saying inappropriate amount of like items. I've always I just say that out of habit. Kikoku, I heard this one can kill creative players. Oh, you can just make it. So if you're ever playing on a server and you have someone messing with you in creative mode, just get the Kikoku. You should be able to kill them. Advice from a not so expert player. You did send a useful explanation for the differences between. I could always use those. True. I forgot about that picture. I think they have actual meaning to them. If you Google them, like, I think they're a legit unit of measurement. It's pretty funny. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It always comes back to this. Snippety pays more attention to American units than Americans do, for whatever reason. Americans live rent free in Sniffity's mind. Mm-hmm. No, I had a discussion about this, like in another Discord server, and it's like I know that there's an argument that people that use. Oh, here we go. Held a message for recent smart detection. What does that even mean? Oh, it did not like your message because you said the words imbecile and idiot. I'll allow it. Thank you, Twitch, for being extra nice to me for I don't know what. Moron was one. Oh, you even used the word moron. Okay. And superior in 2 degrees to 80 IQ of 0 to 25. I didn't know that. The reason that like the platinum is and such is so useful is that without it you would get equal parts left and right. Chiral-oriented molecules. That's going over my head already. I play Minecraft. That word sounds familiar though, chiral. No, but we did have a discussion about the whole. I wouldn't really call it a debate, but like people that use standard versus metric system throughout the world. A common argument that people have is like, oh, which one's more intuitive? But like that's not a very good argument because you're going to be biased on what you use. And that's exactly what the guy said in the other I'll allow it. In the chat. He said, what is this to normal people? But normal is subjective. To me, it's completely normal to say Fahrenheit in inches. Like it's not a problem. And it's also normal for me for people to say metric units because I use both at work. So by Sniffity's logic, I'm twice as smart as him because I can use both systems. No one knows feet in a mile. If you ask me about it, I don't know and I don't care. I just have a point of reference. And that's the argument I'm trying to make. The actual numbers in like day-to-day life don't really matter. You just need a point of reference. To me, it's like if you ask me how long it takes to drive back to my family home, man, I have no idea how many miles that is. I don't care. It's 3-hour drive. It's all about reference. Now, if you were to ask me, like, oh, what is this temperature measurement? I use Celsius. I have to measure in Celsius. I use both. I mean, it's a similar thing. Also, it just depends on the context. Because most scientists in American are like using Celsius that I know. I still have nightmares with American articles that use Fahrenheit and calories as opposed to. So that's already a different world than me. I don't understand that. The best temperature is the Rankine. That sounds unfamiliar to me, actually. What's Rankine? But anyways, yeah, I kind of got a little not cheesed, but I'm like, oh, this again. Because I think I sent a message in that group chat earlier today saying I went on a walk and that it's hot as heck at and it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I will always add the unit of measurement afterwards because there's always someone that says, can you translate it like normal people? Always. And Sniffity is one of those people. But this goes back to my like frame of reference. I don't really care about what 100 degrees means scientifically. I just care that it's hot as heck. That's what I care about. 100 degrees is a lot. Exactly how much? It doesn't concern me. But I do agree in the scientific sense, Celsius does make more sense. And in my engineering work, I use Celsius. But then someone asks me how hot is it outside? I use Fahrenheit. It's whatever you're used to. Live your life how you please, and you'll get by just fine. Okay, but ranking sounds kind of weird. No, but it's like, um, it's that argument about what's more intuitive than the other. It's subjective entirely. Some people will understand some of them, some people won't. That's fine. You just use whatever you've used your entire life, and I don't think you can argue that. I've only been using the standard system to measure or to like gauge how hot is it outside for like almost 30 years, and I'm not going to change that. There were 3 countries using standard the U.S. units, so like Liberia, Burma, and the U.S. The fact that neither of us can locate the first 2 countries on a world map shows just how abnormal it is. This thing got stuck somewhere, and I have no idea why. It looks like chemical reactor is causing issues. Because you're using another recipe. You're making agar, that's why. Okay, for seaweed broth. One. Oh, here we go. Yes, I have a 1,2-dimethylbenzene that shows up. Let's see. That's okay. That's snippety mad over here. Here, how I produce this stuff. We're producing this stuff passively by distilling wood tar. And then we also have 1,1-dichlorobenzene made somewhere else. That stuff, I don't know. Okay, looks like this guy is just trying to push the items through, right? No, you got stuck somewhere else. Mm. 1,1-dichlorobenzene. Probably. I don't know. No, the stuff we produce from distilling wood tar is 1,2-dimethylbenzene, but I think there's a dichlorobenzene somewhere. Dichlorobenzene cell. And there's also 3,3-dichlorobenzidine. I don't think we even use this for anything. Oh, we do. It's for polybenzomidazole. They should add weight to Gregtech so it's accurate to my current real life struggles. That's fair. You know what? Actually, they don't really add any weights, right? That'd be interesting just to have more numbers. Give me more numbers. Okay, I think you're... I don't know why you're stuck. I'm going to cancel this recipe and try it again because it's getting stuck for whatever reason. It does have enough UU matter, though. Oh, it's getting stuck somewhere. It might be this guy. It's not you. It's not you. It's stuck somewhere. Mixer? No, the mixer's working. If it's blinking on top, that means it's not stuck. There's a 3,3-diaminobenzidine. There's a 2-nitrochlorobenzene. There's a bunch of stuff. Trying to pronounce all of this is like a challenge in of itself. Okay, this guy is stuck for something, and I think maybe one of the recipes oh, it might be you again, right? Hang on. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Something is stuck. I don't know what's stuck. What's going on here? If I try to craft dichlorobenzidine, we're gonna have to debug this. Okay, it's one of you. Nitrochlorobenzene is a nitrochlorobenzene, but we need to craft nitration mixture. You know what? It might just be nitration mixture. Why are you broken? That is made here. Nitration mixture is made with sulfur and nitric acid. If I try to craft some, yeah, that's what's happening. It's stuck here. I make this in a mixer. Where am I making this actually? Why are you over here? What are you doing here? Oh yeah, okay, that explains it. I forgot that had some stuff here still. Yeah, okay, it's nitration mixture causing problems. Found it. There you go. Oh no 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 no! I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Honestly, I don't care. Okay, that should fix everything. Nitrations are an actual mess in the lab, and sure, GTNH throws sulfur into the mix to make it even messier. I wouldn't know. I play Minecraft. I just work here. Hang on, I gotta drink water. Okay, what the heck was that? I don't know what it is, but it's very easy for me to get like I don't know the right word for it, but frog in the throat syndrome. You know, when you just have trouble talking for extended amounts of time. I think I get that a lot. So if you ever like were wondering, if you watched my past videos and stuff, if you were ever wondering why my voice called like sounds different throughout the episode, this is exactly why. I have a lot of I guess mucus buildup somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with it. When you nitrate stuff, there's this disgusting thing called nitration tar. I highly doubt there's not something here. No, we only have nitration mixture. That sticks to the bottom of flasks, etc. in very hard to reach places and is impossible to clean. Professor doesn't let you. That's probably something I would just throw away because I don't want to deal with it. Okay, we're almost done with this stuff, the casings. So let's get this going. Oops, no, I didn't want to make 100. It's got to be rough. Oh, you're 1200 seconds, but you are LUV. You should be okay. It's one of the reasons that stupid lab lasts 2 hours longer than it should. Understandable. I haven't taken a lab class in a while. Most of my labs back in undergrad were just building random circuits, right? Just explaining what all these components do. So I'm pretty glad that I didn't have to do any major cleanups. I've never had to do like a chemistry lab though. Nuh-uh. And based on what Sniffity is saying, I'm glad I didn't have to. Ew. That doesn't sound fun. I will say though that it's probably the same thing for like electrical engineering labs, because biggest thing I've learned in that was make your space yours. And if you don't make your own space yours, as in if you don't have like a good working space, you're just making your life so much harder. My dad was talking about his labs once and he blew like 3 circuits trying to figure out a problem. In my power electronics course, we were one of the labs was making some kind of what's it called, a rectifier, I think. And if you don't know what that is, I don't fully know what it is either, but it has something to do with like breaking up. I think it's an AC to DC converter, I think. But anyways, what we were trying to do was convert like wall power to through a rectifier and then power a light bulb with it, and then you can like configure the brightness of the light bulb, right? Um, but my team was two of us. We were doing pretty good, and then we just hear a big pop. Someone blew up their circuit. It had a short somewhere. It freaked out the whole lab. And then you hear and you just smell, you can smell it. It just smells bad. It's burnt ceramic, I think. And I looked at the other group and they were sitting like a couple seats next to me and they're like, "Oh no, we blew up a circuit." Yeah, be careful with electronics. That stuff can hurt. There's some unspoken rules of chem labs, right? As in, usually when you have to pull an on-lighter, there will be some guy working there who was just working with the smelliest, most horrendous compounds. Basically saying, enjoy it. That's funny. Okay, I think we have everything needed for the second one. Easy. Okay. Burned myself on a vacuum tube the other day. I still don't know if you're talking about GTNH or not. I'm joking, but yeah, it's happened to me too. Sometime last year, there's this test. If you don't know, I'm a test engineer, like in real life. Kind of fitting, right, that I'm doing stuff like this. But anyways, one of the I was debugging this certain test that throws like a lot of current through a bunch of power resistors, and yeah, did the smart thing of touching the resistors. It burnt me. They're so hot. I do ham radiant. Nice. Yeah, don't touch resistors, especially the big power ones. Don't touch those right after ran tons of current through them. They're really hot. I still remember that. I think I have a permanent scar. Do I? I can't tell. Yeah, Lecture Broom's funny. I like his videos. He's an educational channel, but it's not like it's educational in the sense of this is what you can do. No, it's educational in that he shows you what not to do. And I love that. Yeah, I've seen his videos. He just blows stuff up. It's so cool. You can do some crazy stuff with electronics. Just be careful. Okay, I'm going to make a couple of circuits here. So if I think I want circuit 3. You're not going to have any circuit. Because circuit 3 is... Does anyone know if there's a priority for the multi-blocks? Like if there's a circuit in here versus inside here, does it prioritize? He knows how to make stuff go boom without actually being in danger. Yeah, that's why I love his videos. They're so cool. But he's actually like, I think he said so before that he almost lost his life because of one of the stunts he did. Like no amount of preparation can prepare you for some of the dangerous stuff he does. I've heard about that. You're getting power, right? Yeah. Okay. The Jacob's Ladder one, it fell in. Oh, okay. And he did actually almost die. That wasn't planned. The thing just fell and he instinctively grabbed it. Yeah. That's scary stuff. Stuff is dangerous. Also, don't go on roofs without a railing or being tied off. Too late. I'm not saying I've made good decisions in my life, but I have definitely been on roofs without any attachments. I don't recommend. So I'm trying to think about this. If I want this guy to make me scrap, do I need a third one is what I'm thinking about. Well, first of all, we're going to have one dedicated to scrap. There's no question about it. But what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to think of is if we have, like, this guy can either produce UU amplifier and UU matter. But is there a way for it to, like, switch in between them? Maybe I can give this a circuit, actually. I feel like it's going to have to do something with circuit shenanigans, but for sure I need to give this. I'm going to give this redstone for now because we just have like tons of redstone. Yeah, 97 million for now. This guy is going to be stuck on recycling, I think. I think that's what I want to do for you. So if I want to make scrap, there was this professor in chemistry who could tell nitric and sulfuric acid apart from how they tasted. Uh-huh. How do I make scrap? Do I just turn you on? Oh, I guess you just work like that. Okay, sure. You don't work with fluids, right? That's a lot of scrap, actually. What the heck? You really just make that much scrap? How much do you consume? Is this like a guaranteed chance to make scrap? How much power do you consume? All of it. It sounds like it's a guaranteed chance to make scrap. So maybe I'll just leave this guy here. This guy is just items, right? So I'm going to give this a... Maybe it's just a 64K. We'll give it a 64K and just store a ton of it. That's probably about 500,000 worth, and that should be just fine. So I'm going to send you over here. Filter this guy to scrap. And I think that's all I need to do. And then I can just put this guy over here. So if I try to put this here, you have a little bit of scrap on you. And we'll go ahead and turn this on. I might need a third one, but I don't feel very comfortable with doing that because... well, no, we might have enough containment casings if I do some wall sharing shenanigans. That's really the main issue here. If I have a third one, then I can have one recycler, one whatever, and then one mass fabricator. Okay, so I just want to be able to do this. So let's give this a circuit 9, I think. This is where my question of, like, if it takes priority. All right, take care, Symphony. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to turn this off, give this redstone. I'm curious if it consumes scrap to make scrap. If it does, then I don't want a stocking bus here to also have scrap. I might have to separate their stocking buses to make this a little easier. not enough item output space. I think you need a 1K storage cell. You gotta drink something. Hello, Jericho. I don't know the words to this song. Until I fade away, why give up? Why give in? I'll just give you bigger output. Actually, you need a bigger output, right? Because you're producing like how much at a time? 42,000. I guess we'll give it a 4K storage cell. I'm so confused. I just set up my first neutron activator, but it won't form. Neutron activator is one of these tall boys, right? You should be able to use the hologram projector, and it should tell you what you need. Chances are, I think I had a similar issue because of where the outputs and input buses were located. So all neutron activators, in case you didn't know, their outputs are on the bottom, and all the inputs must be on the top. So this guy has an item input way up here, and then the outputs are on the bottom. Otherwise, it won't build. That's what I've learned the hard way. And then everything else is on the bottom. Yeah, input on top, output on the bottom. I'm assuming that's what it is because it's happened to me before. Okay, this is where I'm curious. I'm gonna pause you for a little bit and see if you actually consume scrap, because if you do, that's not good, because I don't want it to like consume what it's doing to produce it. If it does, oh, it does. No, don't do that. Oh, I need to separate the input buses then. Fine. Oh, that's not nice of you. Still won't form. What else could it be? Do you have the neutron accelerator? Because you're gonna need one of these. It doesn't use an energy hatch. You said it's your first one, right? That's pretty much it. Yeah, neutron accelerator is needed, and it does not need any energy hatches. I don't think it needs a muffler hatch. No. And the top casings are processor machine casings. Same as the bottom. I don't know if any glass works. It actually doesn't care about glass tier. Oh, we're not. I'm invested in this now. Yeah, it doesn't look for glass tier. You can do whatever. But it should work with what you have. Oh, and the other thing is that it's a Tech multi-block, and these guys are notorious for taking forever, so you probably just have to turn it on, turn it back off. It might register that it's built. That's just a Tech skill issue. Sometimes they just take forever to respond. We'll give a input bus right there, and another input bus right here. That might have been what it is then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so I want this guy, circuit 9 and redstone dust, like that. So I want you to make scrap, but don't consume scrap to make more scrap. You are going to have the scrap right there. And to produce this to turn this into UU matter, you also need to be circuit 9. And if I want to use that with UU matter, Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna want to do this unless I make a third one. One for scrap, one for UU matter, and one for this. But this is a good sign. It looks like we consume more than we produce. So if that's the case, then I can give this maybe a circuit. So if I give this a circuit 4 on the controller, what happens if I do this? Oh, I have to feed this the stocking input hatch UU amplifier. There we go. 4 times as fast. I think we'll stick with this. It's just going to be a cursed setup, I think. As long as we have stuff to feed it, it should be okay. I don't know. Either way, this is a better source of UU matter for sure. I'll come back to this. I got to think about it. But it might be the safest option to just put a third one. But we're also like cutting it real close to how much power we're consuming out of that one energy hatch. So I don't want to do that. But this is a lot better than what we had. I can probably tear this guy down. I don't think I need this anymore. I'm going to tear you down so you don't waste some of my power. You've done me a very good service, but it is time for you to sleep. So, break that guy. I don't remember any of these cables being here. Right there. Yeah, don't do that. I think so what I do for my controls, let me get some Aegon to patch this up because I'm gonna forget about it. 1 second. Right there. So what I do for this guy is that I have, power coming in through here and then the accelerator, but this is on a machine controller. I give this to enable with redstone, but I also have a neutron sensor going into here based on whatever recipe I have. I forgot what recipe I have, but I set it to I think it's 460 million plus 5 million. I just put plus 5 on inverted so that if it goes below that, it'll start charging the accelerator. And it's also just a little bit higher than the lower limit so that it doesn't go below it and void your recipe. And then if you don't want it to, it turns on, and then when it goes above, because of the inverted signal, it'll shut off. So it's always going to be between, or always going to be under 465, I think, something like that. I forget. Yeah. Or it's going to try and balance around 465, and then I have another neutron sensor to tell the activator itself to enable the machine. This way I don't actually void anything. Gotta drink some fluids. You should be able to also say, since you needed 0.9, you can probably say 0.9 M. I think it actually recognizes it. So I do 465 M, and it recognizes the million. Am I out of scrap already? Oh yeah, we're full on scrap already. That's really good. I think I'll keep it to redstone. I'll come back to this though. I forgot how much we started off with. I think we already consumed 5 million of it, right? So I don't think that's a good idea. We'll set it to this first because there's just a lot of that stuff. I don't care about it, and I don't think it's gonna let me use cobblestone, right? I would love to be able to. I don't think it's gonna let me. We'll stick with the crushed redstone just to get rid of this because we have too much of it. Yeah, I think we have to set up another one for UU matter if I really want this to work. Because that's a lot faster. 40 seconds versus 120. How much UU matter do I have now? 106,000. Oh, we're steadily going up. I'll leave it like this for now. We'll come back to this. So I think I do want to focus on the component ass line next, because yeah, like we're spending a lot of resources on the various components here, and it's about time to not do that. I think we're way past due for this one, so I should really make it. And we just need UU matter. How many circuits are you gonna cost though? Might be a lot of circuits, so another option would be to actually upgrade our circuit ass lines. Start connecting them to more power also, because this is a big bottleneck in our current setup, is that circuit ass lines are a little slow. Maybe upgrade them all to UEV power, but I need to like pay attention to how much we're consuming right now. I think we're okay. So I think I'm going to do that. I need more power, in other words. So yeah, I want to move these guys over to the new spot over here. I think I'm going to rip this apart also, because I don't think I need this anymore. This was pretty much only used for us to get Xenoxine, and we already have that. So I'm going to rip you apart. I can recover a lot of channels here and a lot of little power connections and controllers and stuff, especially two advanced maintenance hatches. Those guys are kind of expensive. And 8 UV energy hatches. So I always I know I've talked about this before, but I always like to associate music with like certain mod packs or like games I've played. And VOD watchers, you won't be able to hear it, but this the song that's playing right now is "Hallowed Be Thy Name" by Iron Maiden. And I'm bringing this up because the mod pack that I associate with this song is Project Ozone 3. I will always get nostalgic for that mod pack because of the song. That song was playing a lot whenever I was playing it. It was also like my first experience with a mod pack at all. Or like, yeah, major experience with a mod pack on PC. Because I got my first laptop what was this? When I graduated high school. And then I immediately downloaded Minecraft and started playing mod packs. I think a big inspiration to why I wanted to play mod packs was Etho. Because at the time I was watching his Project Ozone 2 series. And I really wanted to play some modded Minecraft. And then my friends invited me to a Project Ozone server that they had. And I guess the rest is history. I've been playing this ever since. And it's also a reason why, like, I always feel the most nostalgic for version 1.12 mod packs. And I'm especially nostalgic now because Compact Claustrophobia, shameless advertisement, right? But I have a Let's Play series for Compact Claustrophobia. I'm working on the last video. It's a finale. And it is a 1.12 mod pack. And just a little nostalgic because anytime I play, like 1.12 mod packs will always remind me of like me starting off at Minecraft. I would say that that's the Minecraft version that I'm most familiar with. And then I played other great packs like Divine Journey 2 especially. I finished that one a while back. That one's a lot of fun. And I'm going to continue the trend after Compact Claustrophobia is Meatball Craft. I've been itching to play that one. Completely different than Compact Claustrophobia because this one is like a combat and exploration pack or something like that. And then Compact Claustrophobia is completely the opposite, where you're just stuck in a box. I don't know. I'm gonna enjoy it. So, yeah, we're gonna bring this to UHV. Can I even make a UEV energy hatch? I don't think so, right? I think we're gated behind waterline. I think so. Hang on, let me check here. It's part of the quest book. Yeah, we're gated behind tier 6 water. Another tier, another energy hatch. You can use these to overclock your assembly lines to UAV and voltage and speed them up. And I'm guessing the main issue is because of the well, what is the issue? How come I can't just craft this? We have UEV circuits. Oh, I bet you it's you. No, we can't even do this yet. Okay. it's this. We can't even get here until we get to tier 9 rocket, and that's not happening anytime soon, or the mothership. So we're not there yet. Trying to get there though. So a little bit of a background to people who have recently started watching is we went on a big rabbit hole trying to get to the mothership, but then I found out I need Radox polymer, and then this is a whole crafting step which starts off with Xenoxine, which is a whole other rabbit hole because you need the culture, and this, a couple episodes trying to get the culture. We already have this, right? We have 4 just fine. I'm looking for 4. And then as soon as we got those, the base shut down, so now I'm working on better power. And it does mean that we need UU matter. So I'm trying building that up. Okay, here you go. What the heck? Why'd you run out of power? Don't lie to me. No, you have power. .044. You might be cutting it close. How much is a UHV amp? There might be like just enough loss going in here. 2.097. And this is like 2.044. Now you should be fine. I don't know why you lost power. It might have been when I was breaking all of the other stuff and it just had trouble calculating or something. I don't know. I guess we'll watch it for a little bit. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, yeah, let's move all of my AST lines, or my circuit AST lines at least, over here. So right now we have 1, 2, and we also have 4 of them over here. Right here. Each one only needs 1 channel, so if I have 7 channels, we should be okay. I think I still use, do I even use this anymore? I don't think I use this. Yeah, we don't do this anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna take those out. Okay, so it looks like we just use 6 ass lines right now. And how about you? What are you doing? Where processor assembly? I don't think we do this either. Let me double check. We can craft them, but we don't do anything with them. We're pretty much just using the bio circuits. Yeah, let's take this out. Okay, so we're only using 4 ass lines, it looks like. I'm just going to move those guys over there. And you can be improved with UEV. So I'm going to make 2 UHV energy hatches to start us off with. Where are they? Right here. Doesn't look like it's going to be that expensive, but I do need a better way of making neutronium because this is a little, like, having to craft this is a little slow. But we'll craft those and then start moving all this stuff over. So there's going to be 4 of them out here. So 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. Right there. Okay. I guess while this is crafting, it is about 1.5 hours, and that's when I take my breaks. So go ahead and take a quick break while this is crafting, and then start moving all this stuff over here. I may also want to adapt AE2 instead of Ender.io because I don't know, I'm just a little nervous that this is going to cause like some kind of issues, and I've seen it before where it does. So I think I'm going to adapt AE2. Probably use something like this. I really like this little option we have here for our component ass lines. It's actually pretty good. So I'll probably just end up doing this, and then we have this guy for our step ups. So take a quick break, come back, and then we'll set up our circuit ass lines. Speed those guys up a little bit so I get more circuits being crafted. Did you stop? Yeah, I don't know what your deal is. I feel like it's just the fact that, yeah, because there's not really a lot of things being using power over here. I think it was just the fact that I moved the cable and it freaked out. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look at that. You don't like that. I think I'm going to make another one for UU Matter. I think that's the best option, honestly. Oh yeah, this consumes it so fast. I'm so confused. My machines sometimes randomly shut down due to power loss, even though I'm using superconductor and have UU stored. It has something to do with how many parallels you're running. There's some, I don't know if it's a bug, but sometimes, this especially happens with the blast furnace, where like, because a machine that has a lot of parallels, it does some math internally, right, to figure out how much like parallels it can support. So I've had the issue with certain ingots where if I try to put like 7 ingots, I remember 6 ingots actually, the parallel math ended up asking for too much power. So it would shut off because we don't support that much power. I think it happened a lot with niobium titanium. I remember that. Yeah, it happens, especially, yeah, I've seen it happen with the vacuum freezer as well. It has something to do with the parallels. I don't know a way around it, but you can actually do, there's a calculator somewhere, I can't tell you where, but it'll actually tell you what's the most efficient like parallels, like the most efficient parallels you can put in a machine. So if I check my scanner here, where's my scanner? Oh, it's in my hand. So this guy is getting 64 amps of CPM, right? And it says here that it's able to accept, I guess, up to 80 amps because it's a 64 amp. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it exceeds the amount of power that you're able to input because of the parallels. And it's just some weird quirk with how parallels work. I won't pretend that I understand it because I don't, but it has something to do with that. I've noticed it happen with my blast furnace for niobium titanium when I was running it at ZPM power, and I had exactly 6 ingots. It would always shut off. But as soon as I put one more ingot, it ran just fine. It's so weird. That might be what's happening for you too. Okay, we're gonna let this craft for a little bit, and then I will come back to this. And in terms of this, I'm honestly thinking that I shouldn't run this with amplifier. I think I'm just going to, heck, I can even just run both of them. We have 2. I might as well just run both with just making UU matter raw, and that's it. Because the amount of like stuff we consume to produce scrap, like we just ate through 23,000 items. And if I were to give it something like redstone, it's just going to chew through all of it. So, I guess for now we'll just leave them both running on, well, I want you to be circuit 3 actually. And you don't need any item inputs actually. Yeah, I'll configure this. I'm going to let it run for a little bit and then take a quick break while we have our energy hatches being crafted. They should be done eventually. I'm just waiting on my P507 and then I can fire up my NAC line. Yeah, I totally understand it. P507 is cool because I think you get it all back. If you process it enough, it's 100% recoverable, which is great. Anyways, I'll take a quick break, wait for our energy hatches to come back. I'm going to refill my drinks, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Thank you. Hello, are you possessed?
Oh my god.
I'm hearing singing.
I hear something.
My
I hear something. Where?
Oh,
Where?
my heart.
Oh my god!
I saw
I saw
it.
something. I saw something.
I saw something.
I saw something.
I'm going out.
Oh my god.
Open the
I'm
door.
fucking running out. Fucking
Open the door.
I don't know what to do.
I think
I
you had
see
like
it.
a cowboy
I
hat.
don't see it. I'm fucking running.
Oh god.
I'm running. Where are you guys?
We're outside.
We're outside.
Oh fuck no! I'm by myself in the house. Run!
Guys, I died.
I dropped my EMF reader. That's right there.
Oh, I made it.
I haven't heard those fart noises in a while because I haven't really grown much stuff. Alright, fine. I'll eat it. I'm gonna put the thermometer on the floor.
Oh, Spike! It went over 5. It went over 5.
Get out, get out, get out!
I can't. Open the door!
I left the book in there. I left the book in there.
It's over 5. It's over 5. Get out.
Dude, you scared me more than the ghost.
Oh my god, dude.
Watch out!
We can't put that on the cart, right? Or you can put it in the
Where's
cart?
the cart?
It's right under
Where's the
you.
cart?
It's right under
Okay,
you.
let me know when to drop it.
Cards.
Drop it. You're good, you're good.
Okay.
That's not making it up here, bro. That's not gonna make it.
One day, I will be pretty good at improv. One day. It takes a lot of practice, though.
Well, it went through all of that and only gave us 13.
What blew up? Okay,
What
okay, okay.
blew up?
I am back.
Everything blew up.
Hello, hello, hello. Music. Skip the song. Okay. Yeah, I think I've decided to just keep both of these running UU matter. And that's it. I'm also going to give them... actually, no, I'll do it like this. So I'm going to pause you so I can make adjustments. So if I do this, that means you're not going to have stocking inputs. You don't really need them. You don't even need stocking. Yeah, you don't need this either. You pretty much only need the fluid output, and that's it. So I can just put it right here, actually. Right there. I need a couple of you guys. Mostly because I recognize that this is already like a huge upgrade for us, and I'm pretty sure if I leave this running overnight, it'll just work. Yeah, okay. So let's give both of these circuit 3s. Right, because this is what you need to make UU matter. I can use circuit 1 or circuit 3, so we'll use circuit 3. So 1 there. Then 1 for you. What do you mean output space? You don't need items. Oh, because you're Wait, do you just make stuff? I'm so confused. What did she just make? I don't know. Okay. I just have to set this to UU matter. Like that. And you should be making me UU matter now. There we go. I'm going to turn off the streamer switch. Let me see if we're actually... Oh yeah, we're generating power right now. But I am going to give those... I need 2 of the redstone receiver internals. 2 of you. We'll activate the streamer switch for just a little bit. And I don't need any of this anymore. Energy hatchets are still not done, so this is also me just stalling a little bit longer until I get this going. Component ass line, I don't really know what you need. You're missing UU matter. Of course you are. I think we might as well get it crafting, right? Yeah, I think this is our next focus, because it'll help in the long run, because like pretty much everything is using these parts anyways, and even if I spend a while trying to craft a batch of parts, it's already a huge improvement. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to have to like really... This is going to be super expensive though. We'll craft one for now, but I think I'm going to... I don't know if I should prepare for another one. This is a really big multi-block, right? Yeah, he's pretty thick. What? Oh, what's with this crash? That's funny. I discovered the sand line today. How so? What's sand line? Are you on 2.8? I think you mentioned it earlier. Yeah, you'll be able to manage the max parallels. I love it how pretty much anything can be made into a line now. It's funny. It's you. You're crafting the mutated circuit boards. Was asking for a good source of fluoride. Oh. Now I'm curious about it. Do you like crush it into flint, I think? I don't think you can get things out of that. Quartz sand, I guess. Yeah, and then stone dust. There's a chem plant recipe for fluoride. I don't know. There's just so much stuff to this. Chemical plant. Now I'm curious about it. Oh. That's so funny. Why is that a thing? How useful is this? Now I'm curious. Apparently it's broken. Broken as in like overpowered broken? Oh, you can just use the chemical bath for this and you get a bunch of fluorite. And then the dehydrator. Oh wow, you can get all this stuff too. I mean, I'm just pumping it honestly, but this sounds like it's really strong. I didn't know that was a thing. That's really cool. That's funny though. I wonder why you're not running. Oh, you are running. Okay. Looks like we're just waiting for another one of you. I think I'll craft this. We're still waiting on that. I'm just gonna watch this for a little bit. Yeah. It looks like we just keep running out of power. Or did I turn this off? I don't remember if I turned it off or not. No, I don't really know what to do about this, honestly. Because like I gotta figure out how to make scrap, like an endless amount of scrap. Because I don't think you can use things like cobblestone. I don't think that'll work, right? Let me check here. It's probably this quest here. Scrap can be used to make your amplifier to make you matter in a fourth the time, saving you a significant amount of energy. Certain items, such as cobblestone, stone, and tiny/small dusts, are too easy to make and don't give any scrap, but otherwise any items can be recycled to get scrap. I don't know if there's a way I can prove what gives scrap or not. If it's something that we can easily reproduce, then I'll do that. So I think what I wanted to do is make a recycler. This guy. And then I'll just give it a bunch of items and see what would be good. And I'm thinking sand now because that was something I haven't tried yet. We can make sand very easy. Gravel, we can also make it very easy. So I'm going to, I guess, just plug it in right here. It can just be wherever. Give it a coil. Right here. I was looking for that. Okay, so it doesn't look like gravel works. Let's give it like a, what do you call it? A basis? Yeah, so redstone produces scrap. I don't know, what about water drops? Distilled water, what about regular vanilla water? I remember this being a thing in like a earlier version of GTNH where you can actually use the water drops. Doesn't look like it. What about something like salt water? Is it just any drops that are not working? Distilled water? Nope. So gravel wasn't working. What about sand? Doesn't look like it. Glass? Wait, what about oxygen drops? No. What about glass? No, is there a list that I can figure out what makes scrap? I mean, I can also use all the crushed ore, but I don't know. What if I use something like a chiseled stone? No? What works? Too easy to make and don't give any scrap. Otherwise, any items can be recycled to get scrap. Ice. Let's try ice. I can probably make this with just water, right? No? Really? I'm gonna find something, I promise. I'm invested in this. Maybe packed ice. Can't make packed ice, actually. You know, throw this in a compressor, make a couple of it, and then we'll see if this works. So, what I'm trying to do is figure out a better way to do this. Get more UU matter. I think in the long run, I do want to set up a third fabrication CPU. So one to recycle stuff, one to turn that into amplifier, and then one to turn that into UU matter. I don't know how worth it is though, so I'm just playing around trying to find a better, like something that gives me scrap and that it's easy to produce. Chances are it's probably not even worth it to even matter. Just make a ton of UU matter. Because if you think about it, if it's just going to run nonstop anyways, then does it really matter? I just want to try packed ice. I'm just curious about this. Not even, okay. So confirm the crushed ore probably works. So if I give it like bornite, whatever that is. Yeah, that works. But simple things don't really work. Comb, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, combs work, actually. Got a good point there. So what I can probably do is just throw a ton of bees to make scrap only. Like things like dripping comb, I honestly don't care about. Oh, you know what? Honey. Honey drops. I think I'm getting a lot of the, like, this honey here. Forestry honey. Ah, this doesn't work either, damn. But something like, the propolis. Things like this. This works. But it might just be better getting the combs instead. So if I look up, yeah, I think you got a point here. So I have a bunch of like space in the mega apiary that I can use. Oh, you shut down, right? Missing flowers. What? I put another bee in here, and I think it's complaining about that. All this time I had an EV machine hooked up to IV power, but it didn't explode somehow. You might have been lucky because how the power system works is that if you had enough cable loss for whatever reason, how did I find out? And then it exploded. Okay, that's what it was. That's funny though. I got my scanner here. No, but JD, you do got a point. I think that's what I want to do. Make another. I'm gonna make another fabricator, honestly. It's super cheap. I need to figure out what this guy has because I added him. Flower type end, so I need to have a dragon egg in there. I don't know really what's better, honestly. Like, I need an item that I have a ton of. It might even just be saplings now that I think about it. Like, I can have a dedicated tree farm. Yeah, saplings work. Oh, you know what? I think I want to. Yeah, we can set this guy up. He's not doing anything. He's just making me. Oh, he broke it. I got to figure out a way to repair this chainsaw here. But if I guess I'll hold it out here. Because he's making me barnard wood. And yeah, we just produced a ton of this stuff. And we're not really using it right now. So maybe I can use this. Have a tree farm just doing this nonstop. It doesn't work. Oh, no, it does. Can you not filter with MBT data and put it in a charger? I can probably set that up, honestly. Yeah, I just haven't really thought about it. I'll come back to this, but it looks like I have to set this up. I tried to even craft like a charging bus, but this doesn't seem to work with that. Let's get this guy going. Okay, I'm gonna turn you off, actually. Oh, no, I need you to turn off. Okay. So this guy wants a drag. I can just teleport in there. I don't know what I'm doing here. You'll be right there so everyone can see it. Give you lutetium B. And there we go. What are you talking about missing flowers? You have the end right there. Oh, you're going to be like that, right? I guess there's a flower in here it doesn't like. So this guy wants flowers. This guy wants end. Flowers. 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 You should work. It might even just be the controller. Controllers are like that sometimes. There it is. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Did I confirm that Barnard C wood works? Yes. Okay. That works. So I can probably. Okay, this guy is finished. I might even reduce the amount of power. I want this to run as much as possible, though. But like things like this, I don't really care about. Let's try putting another one down. This is mostly just going to be like experimentation because I'm just curious if I want this to work. But if I really want to speed this up, yeah, I'm gonna want like one of these guys. You know what? I'll prepare for a 2x2. How about that? Let's prepare for a 2x2. Get it set up over here so I can. I mostly just want to share that in that maintenance hatch because that's expensive. Okay. I can't do this. Hang on. Is it here? It's there, right? Yeah, you're going to be sharing with those blocks. Oh, I didn't make the other stuff. Hang on. I didn't make these guys. No, need 9 in total. There you go. Okay. And then I guess I'll just get to work on all of this. We'll prepare for a 2x2, but I'm not going to do that yet because if I want to make any more, I have to make more quantum anomalies, and those guys are a little annoying to make, so I don't want to do that right now. If you think about it, you can actually save on matter generation coils by building them vertical, but I don't think that really matters. And we just let this craft for a little bit. So I'm gonna have to mess with the power here. Yeah, you're shut off. You're shut off. Yeah. Let's just rip out everything. I'm gonna rip out everything and start from scratch. Oh, oops. I forgot to wait for the recipe to finish. Oh, well. Oops. Right there. Okay. There and there. I really like these containment casings. They're annoying to make, but they look pretty nice. Gotta admit. Why did it stop you from typing Nakwa? Is that a word I'm not familiar with? I don't know. What the heck is going on with my patterns I set up for Nakwada? I don't know. I've had a lot of issues with Nakwada also. Something is stuck. Something got stuck. I don't think you're stuck. I think you're just taking forever to, yeah. Yeah, I should probably increase this. There's no way I need 75 million. That sounds about right. 10,000 low quality Nakodon motion. Yeah, you sounds like you got some kind of immersive craft or recursive craft. So if I try to craft 10,000 of this stuff, yeah, we don't really use that much. Unless your Nakodon oxide mixture dust. This might be what it is. Because if you try to craft Nakodon oxide mixture dust, like for example, if you have this recipe here, you're going to get a recursive craft going on, and it's going to think you're trying to craft that. And if you go down the list, it's like, oh wait, you actually need way more fluorine than you need. I feel like that's what's happening. You got some recursive thing happening somewhere. I've had that happen to me before. It's pretty funny. I can't be mad at it. Okay, you're taking forever, so I'm going to put the entire fluids at once because I haven't increased that. Put that guy and then Piconium. Like, this is probably going to be way faster if I just do it myself. Yeah, this fluid solidifier is so slow if you put just one fluid at a time. Yeah, there we go. Now I can craft these guys. There we go. Yep. Okay, that's finished. Let me pick those up for the quest, actually. I forgot about that. Thank you. Let me fabricate a new universe. That's pretty much what's happening with this pack, right? Okay, so we have a 3 of them. Give their own muffler hatch. And then I'm going to share the maintenance hatch between these 3. Right there. And then if I ever need another one, I would only need 9 of the containment casings. And yeah, I'm going to have to craft another batch, and I don't have quantum. Uh-oh. Lapotron. I'll do it right now. I'll come back to this. Okay. So I'm going to make you do the fabricate or the recycle. And for you to do recycle, you're going to need a stocking input and a output bus. And I think I'm going to try to separate their inputs outputs. So I want this guy to, stocking input, output. Just like that. And then what power should you run? You can probably just run CPM power, honestly. Because you don't need that much power, I don't think. So you're going to be running CPM, and I'm going to attach the transformers here before I forget and blow everything up. It's a non-zero chance of that happening. Right there and right there. Okay. And then both of you will have... I don't know if I need UHV power, but I'm going to. I mean, I might as well just give them all UHV power, right? I think I have to separate the power here to keep it on its own branch, honestly. We'll watch it for a little bit. If I end up running out of power, then it's being throttled somewhere else. Yeah, okay. You're all going to get UHV. I don't care. So this guy's going to deal with... what do you call it? Can more of these cables. With scrap. This guy is going to be making scrap. Go ahead and just put it over here. Like that. So instead of only 1,000 liters, it thinks I need the recipe 1,000 times. I like debugging AE2 issues. It's pretty funny. Sometimes it's just funny stuff that happens. Like, for example, I checked my fluids earlier, right? And I have 98 million acidic osmium solution for whatever reason. I don't know why I have so much, but it's there if I ever need it. So I'm not having too much of an issue with osmium. It's just all piled up there. I need more of these HSSS cables. I got more of those HSSS cables. Okay. So if I give you recycle mode, and then I want you to, it doesn't matter, but I like to have input on the left, output on the right. That's just a personal preference. I'm going to give you the 4K cell that I took out also. Right there, so you can actually store all of the output. You might need a bigger cell, though. Keep that in mind. And I'm going to give this guy Barnard C wood. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit. 41,000 and we need, yeah, okay. Let's make a 16K. Next tier. You're probably going to want to run forever, so I'm going to give you one of the maintenance hatches that I stole from this little setup here. Then I'm going to make a storage housing. I got plenty of you. Should be able to make the 16K now. Not fluid storage, I want item storage. Yep, thank you. And there you go. That was a quest too. Yeah, all right, sweet. How much can you store? 131,000. That's a lot more. That's better. So I'm curious how much of this Barnarder wood you're gonna eat up. So right now we have 27 million. And whenever you stop running, because we have it filtered. Let me double check. It should run just a little bit. Yeah. Once it gets to 500,000, it'll stop, I think. But yeah, this is eating up a lot of our wood there. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. We'll come back to this. I need to figure out a better way to like charge the chainsaw, and I'll come back to that. Okay, but now this guy is going to be the fabricator, and you're going to be making the amplifier. All right. Now, for you to actually make the amplifier, you need a item input and fluid output. So you need a stocking input bus and output hatch. And I'll give you a 1K fluid storage cell. So input and output. Okay. So I want this to have circuit 9 and scrap. There we go. And then I can give you the 1K so you can store more fluid. And activate. I put the wrong circuit in there. Oops. Where did it go? Did I lose it? The circuit disappeared, right? I'm not going crazy. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. All right, and then this guy is going to be the another fabricator, and you're actually going to be producing this stuff. So I think you're going to have 2 circuits. No, just 1 circuit with the amplifier. And that is circuit 4, I think. Circuit 4, yeah. It's a program circuit. Give you circuit 4. You're going to need a stocking fluid and an output hatch. And I will give you a 4K fluid storage cell as well. Okay. Is this going to complain about the lack of Lapotron? Nope. Oops. Okay, so this guy needs the stocking input. And you need output hatch with a 4K. Oops, right there. And then you have connected to power. What's that filter? Does that filter mean anything? Take off the filter just in case. I can actually just rebuild it. There we go. So I can probably have them, if I want to share channels, I can share the output hatch, right? Yeah, I should be able to share the output hatch, so I'll do that. I'm going to pause you. And then put the output hatch right there. Break that. There you go. Okay. And then wrench. Give you the 4K fluid cell. And then you want the amplifier. What do you mean device online? Oh, you're not connected? Duh. There we go. Amplifier. How much does it actually produce? I'm curious. 9 for 1. Oh, yeah. So if we don't have like a steady amount of this stuff, then it's not gonna like that. So if I turn this on, it has circuit 4 and try to run, it'll make that much. 9984. This guy's gonna try to run, and then this guy produces it. So maybe Barnard wood is not an option because it's going. Yeah, we're losing so much of it. We don't produce this like a ton of it. We really don't. And unless I give this a ton of power, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, we don't make a lot of this. So it might just be. I don't really know what to do about this. For now, I'll leave it though, because we're not using Barnard wood for anything. Because it's really only going to be used for xenoxine once we get here. not just Xenoxine, but like the this stuff, Radox. So until then, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just leave this setup over here. And this is still going to help us out. A whole lot, actually. Another option that I'm thinking about is to set up a void miner. Right? Or a group of void miners and just have them all dump into here. That's what I'm also thinking. Like have them dump into an ender chest and then it just recycles everything. That way I don't really use up anything that's important. It'll just be like just a lot of random things. That might be what I end up doing, honestly. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Void miner. Well, never mind. They're expensive. Yeah, you're a little expensive. I'll leave it like this for now until we run out of Barnard wood, and then I'll come back to this. Yeah. Another option would be to just set it up to a bunch of the random things we have here. That's just a ton that we don't actually process or that we don't consume. So if I check my numbers here. Stored craftable, look up number of items, yeah. So things like magnetite dust, I don't really do anything with that. And we get a ton of that. Redstone, I mean, we get, yeah, but then I don't think we produce this fast enough, but this is also another option. But like there's just a ton of things that we don't care about. Like the ligma, I don't care about ligma coal. Don't care about that. So maybe I'll come back to this, but it sounds like that might be a better option. It's just to set up maybe a bunch of void miners and just pick up a bunch of ore and throw them into the recycler. We'll come back to this though, and maybe I'll look up advice on the Discord also after the stream. But this will help me get a lot more UU matter. What I'll also do is set this up to our streamer switch. So I'm going to need redstone receivers. Let's give them, I need 3 of them. And the streamer switch is just there to prevent high energy input items from shutting off our base whenever the base is actively generating power. Like right now it's not generating power, so those machines are not going to turn on. Or they will turn on. But once we get below a certain threshold, which I don't actually know what it is, and the base kicks in, that's when we will shut the machines off. It's just an extra safety feature. So I will cover, copy, paste tool. This guy has one, for example. Actually, no, you don't. No, you just have a regular one. I might have to put it there too, though. But I think the compressor has one, because the compressor, not this one, this one. We have 2 electric compressors. This guy's whole purpose is just to make cosmic neutronium. But this guy has it. So if we ever consume power or are producing power, this guy will shut off because it's consuming like 8 million or something like that. And I don't want it to run all the time. So give you there. And we'll do this for now. And I might as well cover the rest of it with Aegon. Okay. Okay. You are producing stuff, right? Yes, you are. I wonder why you're not picking up scrap unless you do take that. I want to see it happen. So it makes a lot of scrap and then it just converts it instantly, or what? Yeah, converts it instantly. That's funny. How much do you have? 191,000. I guess that's enough. Yeah. How is it like 1-to-1? It is 1-to-1. Okay, so you can actually just. I'm pretty sure if I keep the system running, if I have enough stuff to scrap, we should be producing more amplifier than UU matter, which is a good thing. But then our issue is how much scrap we're producing versus how much items we're consuming. That's too much. That's fine. But let me check how much UU matter I have. 337,000. I think that's the most I've ever seen. We weren't producing it very fast. No, I'm not going to make the berries. I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound very fun. No, thank you. Even though that probably is the better option, honestly. But no, I don't want to do that. I don't like dealing with crops. Okay. So, I think it's next step is to try to start crafting the component ass line. I'm gonna make one for now, I think, but I recognize that maybe it's a good idea to set up 2 of them. Don't have enough UU matter, but that's just a waiting game. We'll set up 1 for now. Let's try to craft this. And then we'll try to start researching up to the best tier of component assembly line casings. Actually, let's try that first. Yeah, let's try that first. We need to get the best tier of casings we can afford. So what I know about these is that they're crazy expensive. These are the worst part of the multi-block. Oh, no. You know what? I forgot I was doing something. I was going to move the circuit assembly lines. That's right. So let's do that. I need one more UHV energy hatch because this guy's UHV, this guy's UHV. And we have both of these guys. Well, I want 2 of these because these guys are not being used for anything. And we can just use more energy hatches there, right? Yeah. Do you need any of the circuits? Yes, you do. So I can't quite move them yet. Okay. You don't support multi-amp hatches, do you? I think I remember confirming that you don't. What do I even do with these? They're just piling up here. I don't think you support multi-amp hatches. No, you don't. That's fine. Does not lose efficiency when overclocked. So this might end up just being an overnight craft now that I think about it, because I think I want to like really pump power into these guys because I want my circuits to craft faster. So maybe what I want to do is just really upgrade this. How many energy hatches can I put though? It says it only accept 1. It's only 1 energy hatch. Okay. Never mind. So the best thing I can do is just give it a power, just a bigger energy hatch, I think, because I can't do more than 1. Let's figure that out. So if I just give it another energy hatch, because we have those 2 that are not really being used. If I were to give you another UHV energy hatch over here, are you going to complain? I don't think it works. I mean, it says you built. I don't think it works. No. Dang. So I guess it only accepts one energy hatch. Yeah. Okay, it accepts one. Now, do you accept multi-amp hatches? Let's try that. So I guess one of the UV ones. Let's give it a UV 4 amp. No. So it only likes the regular hatches. Do you like lasers? That's way too much laser power. Doesn't look like it. No, it looks like it just wants normal energy hatches. Don't give it anything more special. I don't think the glass tier matters. I used titanium because I just had a lot of it. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. We can still speed up our processing by upgrading these two machines to UHV though, because right now they're doing UV. Yeah, we can upgrade those too. But if I want my circuits to craft faster, we're going to have to either just make more circuit ass lines, which I don't think I want to do right now, or start working on the other energy hatches. Circuits are not really our bottleneck, honestly. It's everything else. Like once we get to the circuit crafting, this isn't really a problem, so I'm not going to worry about it until later. We'll stick with UHV. But what I will do is rip apart these guys so I know I'm not using them. And I can use their blocks to help me build the other ones. Yeah. And we're still using these guys, so I won't really move them. Oh, you know what it is? I need to activate the streamer switch. We're actively generating power, so it takes a little bit for the base to actually go up there. And I activate the streamer switch so we ignore that wait time. Processing your first 100 in Aqueduct. Ayo. That's a big deal. It really is. Don't let anybody downplay it. Producing your first anything in the mod pack is always a big deal. I love that. It sounds like you're level maintaining or you're doing it by request. Is patterned, okay. Yeah, I had mine patterned for a while and I used level maintaining to build up the Naquadah. But I'm trying to like slowly wean myself off level maintaining because I think how I had it set up, it's a little buggy. I've always had troubles with these because every now and then they just stop working and I don't know why. So I pretty much decided that anything else I craft, I won't do level maintaining. I'm trying to full passive it. And then I needed an Aqueduct and then I set up like 2 episodes. Pretty much all of these machines were for Naquadah. Even a couple of them back there. What I had happened earlier, I somehow deleted all recipes. Oh no. That's a little rough. How much power am I giving this guy? 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 amps UHV. I can probably give you more power. 16 4 amps. Yeah, I can definitely give you more power, but I'm gonna have to use. Why is that sticking out? Don't do that. You're gonna cause someone to explode one day. Yeah, sometimes my level maintainers would just not work, and it kind of frustrated me, so I didn't want to do that anymore. That's fine. How's our barnard wood? And we still have 8.9 million. We're eating up all of it, though. Yeah, I might invest in more power in the advanced ass lines also. How expensive are space elevators? I think we're past due for this one. We can do this. I love how it just needs a regular elevator right there. But it's probably all the casings are. Oh no, never mind. These are. Yeah, we're gonna have to spend tons of pistons. I'm not gonna stall anymore. We need the component ass line. No more stalling. I need this. So I guess while all that stuff is crafting the other energy hatch, we'll wait for that to finish up. Let's also start working on upgrading the casings. So ideally, I would want UHV, which we can probably do, honestly. But you're going to have to research every single one. So if I need LUV casing, I have to scan IV. And this is the first one you can craft. So I'll set up recipes to do that. This is a blank assembler. That's a lot of stuff for this. Right here. I'm just going to craft one of you for now so I can scan it. Already noticing the bottlenecks. Yeah, same. It seems like I'm in a very big tech deficit. So it's something I pretty much realized my entire time being in pretty much the UEV tier. As soon as I unlocked this quest, I haven't really been able to progress because everything has been super expensive. So, which is not, it's not discouraging me at all. It's actually pretty cool just to know that how far we are from actually, progressing. So, and there's just a lot of things to do, and every day I play, I always fix something, and we're making progress. But I have a goal. Once I get 100% power, I think this is gonna how do I say it? The biggest wall that someone can reach is power issues. If you can pretty much, if you have your power settled, you can go very far. So I'm already intending on 100%ing the automation of the based liquid fuel Mark III, and then using that to really progress. And I'm not going to be a little uneasy about it either. For example, our base Mark II fuel, this isn't 100% efficient, 100% reliable, because I still Gelic Cryotheum has a chance to fail. All of this stuff, this isn't even passive to have this on level maintaining. Liquid air has a chance to fail because of maintenance issues and the base shutting down. So this is not 100% reliable. I want to make it so that my power is 100% trustworthy. I don't have to do anything. It's just going to work forever. Okay, we got this guy. Let's start researching the component ass line casings, and we're going to work our way up. Thank you. Okay, so we have IV now. And I should be able to make the AOUV one. So let's craft U. Arthurium S. Ew. This is an S line, and I'm going to use this one. All right, this is where it's going to start getting a little weird. Let's find them. Let's do this. Then this is a bending machine circuit 9. And a small gear. How do I make small gears? Extruder. Okay. And then Arthurium, whatever that is, I need to, I guess, smelt it. Or fluid extract it. I don't even know what this is. Do I have Arthurium being crafted? I do have it crafted for whatever reason. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's Orundum. Orundum's that weird stuff, right? Yeah. I think we'll be able to get a reliable source of that once we get, what do you call it? Space elevator going. Okay. We are now crafting LUV casing. And then we're going to work our way up. I would like to get UHV, but this is very expensive, but it's possible, I think. I'm going to work my way up as much as I can. This is probably going to be like an overnight craft, though. Really soon, because they get super expensive. Yeah, they get pretty pricey. How are you going? You're almost done, actually. Just waiting on you to craft. 50 seconds. 10 minutes and 30 seconds for 100 Nakodot dust. It's a start. It is definitely a start. Now I'm curious, how much do I have? I'm not trying to flex. I'm just curious how much I have. Because I did set up automation for the 666K. That's a little concerning. Honestly, I'm pretty sure there's a machine somewhere that stopped working. Is probably what happened. So yeah, for example, Nakodine dust. I don't know how to pronounce this. Yeah, this guy's stuck. And we have Nakodot rich solution, which is like that. And then this is in a Nakodot adamantium solution is this. Low quality Nakodot solution is not processing. So I'm pretty sure something got stuck somewhere. It might even be you because you ran out of power yesterday. That's absolutely what it is. One day, every single one of my machines will have auto-taping maintenance hatches. It's just a little pricey. That's what I did, actually. So my level maintaining was just making Nakodine dust. Back when I had level maintaining. So I would just stockpile this, and if I needed to craft Nakodot, I would throw it in a chemical reactor. If I needed the dust, and if I needed the ingot, I would craft it like this in the blast furnace. So I think we have the same idea. Okay, the energy hatches are finally done. I'm gonna cancel all my circuit crafting and get to work on moving all of my stuff, just so I can say that I moved it. Where is it? Okay, thank you. You. I'm gonna move those guys here first. Was I trying to craft something? Uh-oh. I think I voided something. It's okay, there's just I don't even know what it is. Something was trying to craft it. I'm not gonna worry about it, honestly. Yeah, I'm also gonna set this up to be AE2 connected instead of Ender IO because We're no longer cavemen. We have technology. And I also just find AE2 to be a lot more reliable than Ender.io. I always find Ender.io to be really good for most mod packs, but like something as complex as this, AE2 is just, it's just king, I guess, if that's the right word. No, put these guys. I'm just gonna throw them in storage. I'll keep the patterns with me though. Okay. And then you guys. I'm trying not to have anything connected to Tesla Tower anymore. It's an outdated system. I always find it funny that there's like, it takes me like 50 hits for me to actually break the Ender.io stuff. It's so funny to me. Keep these guys on me. It's not just me, right? Like this guy, I have to break it like 5 times. All right, come back there and fix it. Okay, so I'm gonna have 4 of you guys. And can I wall share them? It's like I might as well, right? But is it possible to wall share them? Not that one. I need the circuit assembly line. Yeah, this guy over here. You honestly probably could, but I don't think I'm going to. Trying to think about it. Like, what would it be a funny way to wall share these guys? I don't think it's. Nah, I'm not going to. Okay, I'm done. I won't wall share them. Okay, so there's 4 circuits we want to make. First one is IV, then those guys, and then CPM, and then UV. So we're looking for a crystal processor. This guy, you are our first one. I think so. I don't really use adamantium too much. You can use it to make like a really strong sword. I think my sword's made out of adamantium. Yes. And I think even the bolt is made out of adamantium. But other than that, I don't know actually. You might need it. That's the if I have any complaints about GTNH is if like for example you have some weird ingot, right? Like in your case adamantium. Like let's say I have a dust here and it's like you want to know what it's used for. No, maybe a potential in this stuff. Oh yeah, you absolutely want to use it by the way. And this stuff is used a lot. But for example, is there a way for me to check? It would be cool if GTNH had a feature where I can check where like the base dust, where is it used in any recipe? For example, if a plate is used somewhere, then can you tell me about it? Right? Super dense plated. I don't even know if that's used for anything, but I don't know if I'm making sense. Like if that would be a cool feature to have. Oh, I need to upgrade this. So, hang on. Oh, wrong button. Tier 6, so I just need to have 6 of you on me. You're using meteors. Is that what they're used for? It's the crystal processor assembly, right? Is the first UV circuit. Oh, you're doing no rocket run. Can you get to the end with no rockets? I heard it's possible, especially now. It wasn't possible in previous versions, but I think it is now. I might need more reinforced glass, by the way. Let's make 1,000 of you, because I can. Oh, you're going to complain. Pretty sure I can use any glass. I'm only doing the don't mine on any other planet challenge to be so specific. Since I'm not going to skip in the person. Oh, okay. That's totally fine. It's a cool thing about playing modded Minecraft is that you're like you have free decision to do what you want. So how can I tell this to not use neutronium glass? Because I don't want it to use neutronium glass. I'm trying to make it use this stuff here. Because you just need... Is the glass tiered? EV plus tier glass as specified. Energy hatch. Yeah, you should be able to use reinforced glass. Yeah. 600 Naquadine. You're making progress. It's probably faster than what I did. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to beat me in no time. Not an understatement based on how quick I play. I mean, look at this. I'm trying to figure out why I can't tell this to use tier glass. If I say glass 3, it doesn't like it. I don't know how to do this. I mean, how bad is neutronium glass? I think it's pretty bad, right? Yeah, no, it's not happening. All right. I guess I'll build it by hand. I mean, I don't really want to. It would be really nice if you like let me build it, but I guess not. Because you're asking for neutronium glass for whatever reason. You're so rude. So I guess what I'm going to do is ask for one of them to be built. Just the first level. Yeah, just the first level. Why are you putting hatches? I told you not to. Oh, that's why. Oh no, hang on. I'm spilling my spaghetti all over the place trying to figure this out. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just place one, and I guess you don't care. All right, fine. Then we'll rinse and repeat with the other one. So the next circuit assembly line is going to be wetware processor. That guy. Next guy is going to be bioprocessor. The last guy is going to be BioWare processor. There we go. So how much power am I really consuming here? Because this guy can support 16 amps of UHV. And there's only really 1, 2, 3 amps. I think we should be fine if I give it to those guys. But anyways, we're going to ask to build, 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 and then I can just finish up from here. Go ahead and replace this all with reinforced glass, because I might as well. Assembly line casing. There is 6 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to make transcendentally reinforced borosilicate glass block for this. That's cringe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. 7, 7, 7. Right there. Right there. Okay. So this is where, well, the good example of where the Ring of Loki would help, right? But I don't think I have, like, a lot of Botania progress, if any. I haven't really done magic in this playthrough, gonna be honest. It's just not something I've really thought about. If I were to do another playthrough, I would get into magic a lot more. Seems like a good idea. I mean, I do intend on doing every single quest in the quest book, so I'm gonna have to get into magic at some point. But it's not really a priority for me right now, at least. Need my creative ones. I need more of this stuff. So I'm pretty sure all of you just need to be solid steel machine casing. Oh no. I didn't mean to put that. Why do I have an extra? Oh, because I took down 2 more towers, right? That's right. I don't need those 2. There we go. Nice and neat. And then I get the great. I can't spell. Great machine casings. I don't know what's so great about them, but you do you. Dun, dun. Right there. Okay. And then you are all going to have output bus. You're going to be connected to AE2. And I want you to look like, I guess you? Yeah. I want it to look like this. So the output bus is going to be like here. Yeah. That's just going to be a cable sticking out over there. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to have the setup very similar to that. I should be able to fit it in one block. It might be a little tricky, but I mean, if I use this method here, I should be fine. I'll use this method here. This one's a little easier to deal with. This is for like bulk items, which yeah, I use this method. This one I can actually cram in a 1 block space, so it's going to be pretty tight over here. Let me double check where this guy is. I think it's the same thing, right? Yeah. Okay. And then you're going to have input buses. And then I can give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inputs. Like that. Okay. And then you're also going to need a fluid hatch. I might as well make a LUV one just so I can get rid of these guys. Oh, this component Aslan casing actually finished, but I'm gonna need circuits for the rest of it, so I won't craft anymore until we're ready. Yeah, okay. So this guy is going to have the fluid input, just one, because I'm pretty sure all circuits just need one fluid, right? I would imagine. If I look up Bioware processor, yeah, it's just one fluid. Okay. Right there. And then give them each a UHV energy hatch, but this one is going to be on the bottom. We should do right here. Right there. And what are you missing? As specified on final slice on layer 1. So you might have a little issues. I think it's, yeah, layer 1 is right here. You gotta remember that it is rotated. So that is not considered layer 1. No, yes you are. Oh, you have to be in the middle. Right? Sir. Think the fluid is also buggy? Hang on. Input hatch any layer 1 casing. So it should be fine right there. You need maintenance hatches. Duh. I would love to craft auto tapings, but I can't afford that right now. So I'll come back to that. I guess you can have them right there. There we go. Okay. So you do need to be on the center. Right there. And then go ahead and repair them all. Repair, 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 and repair. Don't give him power yet until I can actually craft everything. Okay. So how is this going to work? I'm going to need dual interfaces. So I need a processor. That is you. I need the actually I had it like this. Yeah, like this. So IV, LUV, UV over here, and CPM. So I need to see how I did this over here. I don't think I need a controller for the subnet because I think we can do this just fine with 8 channels. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have enough channels for a mini subnet, so I don't need AE2 or a controller for this. Say that as I'm looking for another controller. Actually, I like to use light blue as my subnet color. Thank you. Right there. And then cable. And a facade. This guy's going to connect to all of the outputs. I can probably just connect them all together, honestly, just to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that. There we go. It looks suspicious, but that's I'm going to be okay with that. Okay. Okay, so how this is going to work, all of the interfacing will happen down here. How long ago was that last message? I'm going to now judge you by how fast you're producing aquadine. No, I'm kidding. I would never. I think I'm going to need another dual interface for this, right? Yeah, let's make another 4 of you. This is probably pretty simple, actually. I am going to need quartz fiber, though. I got plenty. And also a blocking cards. Okay. So I'm going to have each of these with a interface. No, not yet. Yeah, I'm going to give each of them an interface with a advanced blocking card. right there. Okay. And then we would face all of the separate of these guys. So this guy would look like there. This guy would be right there. CPM would look like that. And then the UV one would look right there. And then they all need blocking mode. Oops. Like that. And then you can probably just connect them all like this, honestly. Like that, yes. And then I'm going to need extra power to power the subnets. I'll put that on the left of each connection. And quartz fiber cable. Like that. How many channels do I have? 16 channels. Oh, we're fine. Okay. That's probably going to ruin my channel count, but you know, that's fine. That's going to consume like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 channels. That should be everything connected. And then go ahead and cover up that so it looks decent enough. There we go. Okay. Next up, I'm going to need a bunch of storage buses. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items times 4 is 24. So 24 minus 9 to craft that much. And then just 4 fluid storage buses. Probably heard my bones popping. Might need to stretch for a bit, but that's fine. How much UU matter do I have now? Oh, that's a lot, actually. Big improvement. How's our Barnard wood looking? Oh, we're out. That's kind of funny, actually. I'm curious if we're able to still with what we have, we're able to produce more, but I'll look into this later. Storage buses is what I'm working on right now. Imagine crafting one piston at a time. No. I should really improve this. It's almost done. It'll be finished eventually. There we go. There, thank you. Holy guacamole. I spent like 3 hours today trying to fix a universal automation setup for my precise assembler. It kept breaking. Yeah, those issues are always fun to try to deal with. Wait, I'm doing it wrong, right? Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. Hang on. Trying to. We got to get the priorities working. So I want the most priority on the bottom. Yeah, like this. So this one's at 0. This one will be at -1, -2, and so on. 4, and then -5. It did like 1 or 2 crafts and broke because it didn't export the circuit properly. I've had a lot of issues with my precise or universal automation. It's such a good like solution, honestly. It's really impressed with people with what people were able to figure out. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Zero, then -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Am I? No, I'm not done yet. I still need to power the dudes. Shouldn't be too bad. So you're all running UHV power, right? Yeah. No explosions, please. Red to denote UHV power. Thank you. Okay. And then nice and organized, right? Like that. I should be able to give the circuits. So you're gonna, I think I'll adjust the circuits actually. I want to be able to craft as much as it'll fit. So you're doing this recipe, right? If I try to double it, this is too much. We only have 1 stack of space per craft. So that's as much as you can fit. This one I can probably upgrade you. No, opticals is next. I mean, I can even do this. Living crystals, but I don't think we make this, though. I'll look into this another time, but I can actually double this because... Yeah, we can fit up to a stack of stuff. So let's do that. Same thing with, I think, this craft. That's as much as I can fit. Then that's as much as I can fit because of that. There we go. It's going to be expensive, but I need to step away from, you know, complaining about, oh, why is this so expensive? No, I got to fix bottlenecks. That's the idea of moving forward. So if I notice a circuit taking forever to craft, then I know there's something up. So just to confirm it works, let's make a IV tier, not IB. Let's make a crystal processor just to make sure it works. Okay. Oh, it's crafting at least. That's good. And finish. It should be like, what is it? Twice as fast now because we gave it more power. It's not perfect overclock, but we don't waste any overclock, so it's going to be twice as fast. I seriously have to make Nakodot coils to be able to make Nakodot alloy coils. You should be able to skip. I think I skipped some. I think I skipped Nakodot coils. I forgot which one I skipped. Hang on. Yeah, I skipped Nakodot alloy coils. I went straight from Nakodot to Electrum Flux. I think that's what happened. And it's just one of the benefits of using the Mega Blast Furnace, where if you just give it enough power, it'll actually get hot enough so you can use lower tier cables or lower tier coils. Excuse me, I'm tongue twisted over here. Okay, but this is our new little ass line setup. These guys are running the same speed because we didn't upgrade their power, but these two are going to be running faster, which is great because we use this a lot. So I did craft component ass line. No? Did I cancel the craft? I forgot. I guess I canceled it. Guess we'll try crafting it. But it might be a good idea to call it an episode here. It is already 12:30. Didn't realize it was a little late. Pretty good progress today. I moved the circuit ass lines finally to a spot that it's going to be easier to upgrade them when the time is right. And so pretty much every machine I have before this whole area, any machine here is like not very easy to upgrade. So I'm trying not to I won't be building any more machines over here. New stuff is always going to be starting on this line and back. So we got these guys going, and we also got 3 matter fabricators going. One of them to make scrap, one of them to just make more UU matter. Nako saw. Sorry, I had to. I think I'm not going to waste Nakodot for more than 16 or 32 gold. Oh, you don't have any Mega Blast Furnace. At some point, I just decided to go for Mega Blast Furnace. I fully committed to it versus the Vulcanus, but Vulcanus is also pretty good. Yeah, Vulcanus is great. I'm going to craft those guys, and then can I craft the component ass line? Let's see if I can do that. I can craft it. Craft it now. This is going to be our next major goal. I have to get this guy going. So over the week, I'll come back next weekend. It'll be the next stream. And over the week, I'll check in every now and then, crafting the different casings. And I'm going to try to have... I don't know if I'll be able to get to UHV. This is pretty expensive, but we can craft this, I think. But I'm going to try to get to UHV casings. And then this is going to save us a ton of resources in the long run. And then if I'm able to get it going in time, maybe I'll set it up. I don't know. What else do I need for this? Probably a whole bunch of other stuff, right? I think everything else is pretty cheap. It's these casings that are a nightmare. But this is a pretty thick craft. We'll come back to this. And also another thing I should craft are more maintenance hatches. I need Lapotron. Watch this. Okay, so for Lapotron, what I can do is we have a B for it. I think I put it down back in storage. Yeah, right here. And I can do this real quick. You just need regular flowers. Put you here. And I think you stopped because the base is generating power, right? No, you should be active. Streamer switch is off. Oh, I disabled it. Okay, so this guy is going to give me the what do you call it? Lapotron comb. And I'm going to centrifuge it. Yeah, let's set this up before the episode ends. I will centrifuge. And then I need to be able to store that and the lapis coolant drop. Okay, so we got things to store. I want to be able to store the Lapotron dust, so I need a couple of 46. I need to craft one of you guys. Oh, and you're missing Lapotron. Okay. So I'm going to filter this to Lapotron dust. Tell this cell workbench Lapotron dust. But I also want to void it because I'm going to get an infinite amount of this stuff. And we now have a spot for Lapotron dust. And then the other stuff, I think I'm going to... It's back here, I forgot. The other stuff, I'm probably just going to leave piling up in storage, and then I'll deal with it again overnight. We already have a space for amnesic wax, I think. We're making it from something else. I don't remember what. But this is also good to have because of the IC2 coolant we're gonna be using. This is gonna be nice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stop it here for tonight. Pretty good episode. We got good progress going, and I'll be checking on all this stuff over the week. Make sure my base doesn't shut down again. Especially with the liquid air. It's 64 million now, but you never know when it runs out. Got some maintenance hatches being crafted so I can finally repair some of my machines that keep breaking. I'm going to need to craft a lot of maintenance hatches. Like 1,000 maybe. Maybe one day I'll ask for 1,000 and just like go ahead and craft it. It's probably not going to happen like anytime soon. It's going to eat all of our resources, but I would love to be able to craft that. Maybe 100. Better. We're getting there. Okay. Call it here though. I will be back next week and hopefully get to work on the Naquadah fuel for more power. And past that, when we get more power, next step is Xenoxine, which means Radox, which means better PCB, and finally progress into the mothership. So to get Tangium, to get UEV components. We're getting there. We are very much in the end game now, I think. Things are getting very expensive and very time costly. Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week. And also keep an eye out on my YouTube channel. Shameless advertisement again. But the last episode of Compact Claustrophobia will be probably coming out on Monday. I gotta work on it tomorrow. And then from there we'll be playing Meatball Craft. I'm excited to play that one. It's also nostalgic because of 1.12. Gonna look forward to it. Anyways, thanks for the follow, Jericho. And congrats again on the Naquadah stuff. It's a big deal. I know it was for me as well. Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.